Uh-oh, I can't fit the lid on my travel bin anymore. This is a sign that it's time to go through it and reanalyze if this is the right system for my travel stuff. I used the horizontal space of my kitchen table, and I made little labels to prompt myself to sort into piles, trash, keep, and giveaway. This is an example of what I call maintaining a system. You maintain a system when you notice it's starting to lose its shape. And for me, that's the lid no longer fitting and the items starting to overflow. I'm going to do the same 4-step process I do for myself and with any clients, and that's to purge, sort, contain, and maintain. Purging is removing what doesn't belong, whether that's trash, give away, recycle, or relocate. Sorting is when you gather the like items within that pile. So for instance, the bags, I'm not quite sure how to make decisions on those yet until I see them all together. So I'm going to continue purging and sorting. I like to call it purge sorting. The step after that is to contain, which I've already done with this bin. This bin has been the perfect size for this type of category for me for many, many years. And then the last step is what I'm doing now, which is maintain, figuring out how to continue the system and keep it working for you. And that's to make sure it doesn't overflow. Let's talk about some of the decisions I've made. I'm realizing now that I'm watching this back, I could probably donate that Bose headphones case. My headphones are pretty trashed. I like to sleep in them, so at this point, I don't really travel with that. I just shove them in a drawstring bag, so that's not something that I'm going to use. And actually, that went to a different pair of headphones that I left behind on a plane anyway. A lot of the stuff that I'm putting there are expired, used, things that I wouldn't necessarily to be really pass along to even friends or family. I know it's so easy for many of us to keep those little hotel shampoo and conditioners, but what we end up doing is having little empty cases that we fill with our own current shampoos and body washes that we use in our current shower. As you know, the dentist is always gifting us extra toothpaste, floss. So I've noticed that I have a little bit of extra stuff, and then I'll end up using those once I run out of my main toothpaste. I'll start to use that stuff up instead of keeping it around. We also don't nearly travel as much as we used to at this season in our life. So I realize I think this system is now going to be just backup personal care items for our bathroom. Over the past few months, we've had to move 3 times, and we've started to downsize a lot more. It's easier just to have less to maintain, less to move. I started getting rid of anything that was heavy, unnecessary, or unused. So at this point, other than the immediate stuff in our bathroom right now, this little bin is pretty much the only backup bathroom stuff that we have. And to be honest, I think we could probably part with even more of this. I'm organizing this little list that I used to travel with in that Ziploc. They're little prompts for when I travel and personal items to use on the airplane and personal items to pack in a bathroom. And I like those little prompts. I used them recently for a trip to Florida. And the idea of following through with the critical thought of, what if I didn't have these items? What if I didn't have the extra toothpaste from the dentist? It might not be convenient to run out of toothpaste, but I can always run to the store or order one online and get myself my next toothpaste. I don't always have to have 3 or 4 backups all the time. I think it's a luxury to have backup items, but not necessary. And I think that's what I'm learning as we've had to move so much. It's not the end of the world if you got rid of something, especially if it's replaceable. So I finished sorting everything here but the travel bags. I'm going to go through those and kind of take a peek and see if I can whittle them down. Now, I must admit, it's a little bit of a weakness. I'm just such a sucker for anything that I can use to organize, and bags are in that category. So I'm sorting like sizes and like materials. I know I like the clear or anything that I can see through because then I can remember what's inside. So I'm going to pull out my immediate favorites now and stack them all together. Also, if I didn't have any of these, I could always just use new Ziploc bags and get rid of all of these. See, that's again what I'm saying. It's a luxury to be able to have space for these extra bags. Are they absolutely necessary? No. But because they don't take up a lot of space, I'm not going to be too ruthless. These are all pretty nice bags for my partner and I to share, and I think I'm only going to be able to get rid of this yellow one for now. I've still made a ton of space. There's room to grow and add more stuff if need be. Of course, the goal is to maybe downsize some more. You also may have missed, I had a little relocate pile, just a battery to go away and a pack of tissues to put into my backpack purse. So I'm replacing the label travel with personal care. And right now all I have is blue painter's tape, so that's going to suffice for now. Happy organizing!